Hello, this is DJ Mega Aim 17, and we're back with another Mega Aim Hangout. This is the reload because the last one we just did had some technical issues, a lot. So we started this over. So today I have Yusuf.
Yo, what's good? And I just wanted to say real quick, we have lost a great one by the name of Dick Gregory, who has passed. And so, having watched the Hidden Colors series by Tariq Nasheed and being exposed to him through that and First Amendment stand up, things of that nature, he's definitely informed a lot. And also his constant talking about how you eat and paying attention to your diet, whole food, plant based diet. I'm very thankful for that. So just wanted to speak briefly on Mr. Dick Gregory as he's transitioned.
Did this just happen?
Yes.
Hmm. Which reminds me, there was some things I actually wanted to talk about, I guess, regarding some of the people that passed recently, but all right, before we get into things, I want to ask you something.
Yes.
All right, you know the rap group Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, right?
Yes. One of the members went to jail, I believe, just recently.
Yes. Yeah, so Kid Creole's in jail. Apparently, he stabbed some homeless guy,
Hmm.
and the guy died.
That's interesting indeed.
Yeah, but I heard there's a little more to it. Apparently, the homeless guy might have been like a sexual offender or something.
Ah, okay. So the story's changing and evolving.
So what his my guess is that either he tried to do something to Kid Creole. Or they probably know each other. Um, or something, and maybe he did something to somebody he knew, and I don't know. I haven't really heard much about it since it happened though, but it was because I think it was like a week or two ago now. But that crap was crazy though. I heard this on one of the hip hop shows that comes on like one of the college radio stations, and I was just like, "What is this? What happened here?"
I don't keep up with those things. So,
Yeah, so no, it just came out of nowhere. I was just like, "What?"
I need.
And apparently, it actually made it on the news.
Hmm.
So it's actually a big deal. And I also heard that Suge Knight's in jail too.
I would almost say that's just the usual stories. It's like one of those three things that are guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Suge Knight being in jail.
Yeah, so Suge Knight is in jail because apparently he was threatening somebody because of how he was portrayed on the NWA movie.
Ah, okay. That is what it is.
Uh oh shit! Don't tell me it's. Oh no, it's gone.
What?
The now I have to do that crap manually. Whatever. Just have to do it manually. But basically, oh yeah, there was another thing I wanted to mention with that. All right, so I told you that the rapper Prodigy from Mobb Deep passed away, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, they actually said how he passed away. He choked
How
on
did he?
food. He choked on food.
What?
I'm not even joking right now.
I'm thinking he stroked out or something.
He choked on food. I think it was like eggs or something.
Nah, that don't sound right.
I'm pretty sure there's more to it than that, but
Yeah, that don't sound right at all. I don't like how that
okay,
sounds at
no,
all.
because I was talking to this about this with my parents. I was like, because their first question was, well, why didn't anyone help him if that's the case?
Might have been by himself, for all we know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because no, because that's the only one that makes sense. If he because if this was a public place and he choked on food and then either they didn't maybe get to him on time or they couldn't help him or they just or they just let him die, then that's gonna be some shifty stuff right there. I'm just saying either way they need to investigate that. I'm just saying that whole thing sounds a little shifty.
Definitely sounds shifty and shady.
Yes.
It sounds incredibly shady. So, all right.
So yeah, I just wanted to I guess address that stuff.
And also, I don't see the chat section for your link. I'm looking at the live stream on YouTube. There's no chat, so I can't tell what's going on with the people.
Oh, there is no chat right now. I mean, there's no one in the chat right now because I have to redo the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, the things just continues to screw me over the night.
All right, no doubt.
What it is, I guess. Copy. I was about to send it to the wrong stream. Then it would really been some trouble there. Yeah, so basic. Yeah, so that's basically what I guess wanted to talk about. So what was you talking about for a while?
Talking about Cold Cake Island, the progression of Straw Hat Crew, Nami, Big Day, and how you need your supporting cast to continue to grow and develop and be able to get you out of situations. Right. I feel as I don't know if you remember Codename Kids Next Door, Operation
Yes.
Zero.
No, I didn't. I don't think I ever saw that.
Okay, so Nigel's dad was Agent Zero, the legendary Agent Zero. And so his son thought his dad did everything on his own, and his dad told him, well, no, son, I'm only as good as my team. And so what's happening with Luffy and his crew is that we're seeing moments where his crew is starting to do things. They're starting to pick up and carry their own weight and do things that enable him, Luffy, to get out of certain situations and perhaps be more capable of dealing with the bigger situation. Instead of him having to save Nami and save Robin, he's being helped by Nami and Robin so that he can focus exclusively on said Big Mom in the future.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the crew's always been able to hold their own weight, though.
Mm, it's certain situations. I can't say for everything.
No, the only times is when they get captured, like acting as a damsel in distress. But that's only happened like at this point 3 times.
Mm, did you say that's like a couple times too many?
That's not a lot of times considering how many arcs there are. That's not a lot.
Mm, I'm still wary. You know what I
About
mean?
what?
Oh, it does happen quite often to me. At least from when I read it, it's like okay, somebody's always either stopping a blade from cutting Robin or Sanji jumps in the way to stop. Now, I mean, I understand that in general, that's you taking care of your crew, but at a certain point, you should be able to fight knowing full well, nah, my crew member has this. I don't need to turn around. I could just know that they got it, and I could focus on what I need to do over here. And I feel that's what Luffy's crew is progressing towards. Where every what I ultimately envision with Luffy's crew is that every single one of the core members of the crew will have their own uh, set or cadre of people that they're responsible for.
I sent you the link to the chat.
Yeah, I've been trying to access it, but my Facebook is acting up. I haven't been able to get to it. So I'm just out here right now. I don't know why. Nothing's working. Me, nothing's working. Okay, let's see. Ah, here it goes. Ah, okay. All right, so I'm back in it. I want this in a
Oh, no, I remember what I was supposed to be doing now. I need to share this.
there we go. No, that's not what I want. I apologize. I apologize. I'm trying to get it together.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I gotta do. Okay. Nice. Okay. All right. Cool. I'm ready to rock. All right. I'm in good shape now. All right. Here we go. So, ooh, what was your initial statement, Anthony?
About what?
I think we were talking towards the end. It was actually me who was talking. I was talking about Big Mom, and the thing I thought, um, the Straw Hat Pirates, all of them are eventually going to be commanders. Like, they're all going to have a division that they're responsible for. So
Yeah.
if it's not Zoro being in charge of those who are swords people, Usopp responsible for the artillery, uh, Robin responsible for those who are gathering intel. They're all going to have their own mini fleet that they're going to be in charge of towards the end. And so when I say that it's important for them from now to be able to handle their business effectively, it's very important to the story, because there's going to come a point where Luffy's just going to be too preoccupied to come and help them. And so they need to be able to do this as we go along from now, so that when they get to points like, uh, say, Raftel, and they're going to end up eventually be fighting, say, Blackbeard or something like that, that they can do that effectively, and every member of the crew can hold their own. So that the fact that we've witnessed Nami perform what she did was exceptional.
Yeah. I was saying for a while that I think that's what they're gonna become later on. I mean, it makes sense if you look at that Whitebeard's crew.
Right. See, now what however, I think it won't work if all of them don't have hockey. I think that's going to be the requirement. Period. You can't be a division commander and not have hockey. I don't see how that works.
I'm pretty sure all of them are gonna get hockey at some point. I mean, Usopp got it.
Exactly. We saw Usopp hinted. We saw Usopp. His own is in development, so that's going to be interesting when we see that completely um, formed. His hockey unit is fully formed, because I don't think we've seen hockey displayed in that manner, where he's seeing people's auras, or the outlets of out the out. What's the term?
Silhouette.
Yes, of people.
Oh, we don't really know that much about hockey. Period. So
Right, and that's what people are upset about as well. We're 20 years into the story, and we still in One Piece time. We're probably what, at 3 years maybe at the into the story. We still don't know what hockey is.
well, we really only found out about it until like late pre time skip.
Hockey?
Yeah,
No, we knew about it before the time skip.
but you know what I mean.
Well, when it was revealed and fleshed out, but we were introduced to it before the time skip when Luffy went to Amazon Lily.
That's still late though.
Hmm. What was that? Maybe 2011, 12, or even earlier. Maybe
It's
2009.
it's before 2010, I think.
Okay, because I remember I think I was still in high school, maybe. Uh,
Yeah, because like Marine Ford happened like around 2009, 2010.
right, because I remember the chapter Pirate Empress Boa Hancock was 520. Uh,
Now I think about it, if I recall, One Piece and Bleach had their time skips around the same time.
mm,
Yeah, because they were both in like these big war arcs.
yes, from what I recall.
One Piece had Marine Ford and Bleach had the fake car Town.
And
So they were
everybody
both.
else,
So they were both going through that already. Because
yes,
yeah,
and everybody was comparing the wars of the series. Who do you think had the best war? Was it One Piece, Naruto, or Bleach?
One
Of the
Piece,
big three.
One Piece.
Hmm. What did it have a more satisfactory ending for you?
Which one had a more satisfactory?
Yes,
One Piece.
ending. Ah.
Oh, technically, Bleach just had like two wars now because they had fake car Town that had Thousand Blow arc, but well, right now I say Marine Ford kind of ended better in both of those. And it definitely ended better than the fourth grade Ninja War.
Okay. Okay. I hear you.
Like I'm not sure how I rank all of them overall. Like all I know is I have Marine Ford at the top.
Say that one more time.
That's I'm not sure how I rank all of them. All I know is that I would have Marine Ford at the top.
Okay. Understood. That's fine. Marine Ford was interesting because it introduced so many people to us, though. Right. That's what made it so awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think which one had the I guess more bigger scale though. I guess the fourth grade Ninja War because it was basically everybody versus what was left for the Akatsuki.
Well, from what we saw, all you needed was Madara.
Well, when you really think about it, there's only really like three big players on the enemy side: Madara, Obito, and Kabuto. That's it. And I guess Kaguya later on and Black Zetsu, but that was just random crap. But even those were really the only big players in that entire war that on the enemy side, though.
And that's all they needed, really.
Yeah.
Everybody else was just smokescreen. You know how funny that is if you think about it? You got the, we had this situation in One Piece where we looked at Crocodile and his crew, and it really boiled down to really four people that were really important: Crocodile, Nico Robin, Das Bones, Mr. Three. Not Mr. Three, Mr.
Mister
Two.
Two.
Everybody else was fodder.
I wouldn't
More
say that father. It's just that they got. It's just that the other guys got beat earlier.
right, but there was no real resistance.
I always wondered how things would have went if that arc had happened later when the crew was bigger.
It would have been a wash. It would not have been a struggle.
No, but just think about it for a second. No, I want to ask you this: like the crew as it is now, who do you think would have fought like some of the other guys?
Hmm, I'm not entirely sure.
Because I also feel like part of the reason why they had some of the crew get knocked out earlier because they didn't have as many people as they do now. Because they only had like 5 or 6 crew members during that point in time. So, you know, he and Crocodile has such a big crew, so they had to take them out periodically before they actually got to like the last to like the top dudes instead of just taking them all out all at once. I mean, they kind of did that with Inner's Lobby, but like to like a lesser degree.
Hmm.
Because Luffy fought Bruno first, and then he fought Rob Lucy.
Yeah, what do you think is Lucci's role now that he's back out here in Cypher 1?
What?
What do you think Lucci's gonna do now if he's out here in Cypher 1?
Cypher Pro 1.
Yeah, Cypher Pool 0. Sorry.
Do you think we're ever gonna see the other Cypher Poles that we didn't see yet?
I mean, we've seen Stussy so far.
Well, it looks like we've seen 5 to 8, but I mean 5 to 9, but we haven't seen like 1 to 4.
Oh, that's what you meant. Sorry. Okay, I was looking at Cypher H0 with Stussy and her use of the what is it? The air finger gun, I think it was.
I think. I know Film Gold kind of hyped up Rob Lucy.
Nah, Lucci's kind of been nice since his introduction. This is just
No, no, no. I mean Film Gold kind of rehyped him up.
yeah, because he was out of sight, out of mind. So yeah,
No, because some people were worried that he wasn't going to be like up to snuff, but it looks like he's going to be. I'm curious to what he's gonna do. Because
what
usually
role?
you don't. Yeah, 'cause usually you don't see that a lot of times where someone in the series gets defeated and they're still like working for the organization that they working for before they got defeated. You usually don't see that a lot in the series, and for him to get a promotion, that's actually quite interesting. But who's but the lady CPO?
Yes, Stussy, I believe is her name.
I have no idea when they're gonna confront those guys.
And
Yeah, mm, I really don't know. I don't know. Do you think there's gonna be like a revolutionary arc, like when they like Luffy meets Dragon?
there should be.
Because one thing I've
There
been noticing is like each of
should.
the post time skip arcs are kind of focusing on certain characters. Because that arc can like focus on Robin to a certain degree,
Hmm.
since she was with the revolutionaries after the time skip. Because I feel like there has to be an arc about that and an arc about Vegapunk.
No, that's a very good point. I think Kuma might be the tie to that, though, right? Because he's been the person that we've seen that has had personal touches done to him by Vegapunk. We've seen Judge. Judge has ties to Vegapunk. We've seen Caesar. Caesar has ties to Vegapunk. So we've had three references since the New World to Vegapunk, right? And they're increasing now. So I think we're getting closer to the point. Perhaps Reverie might be a place where he might reveal himself, for all we know.
I'm still waiting for to see when Green Bull's gonna pop up because
Yo,
he's that
that's
one app.
funny. I was just listening to I think to Pharaoh Space discussing Green Bull and
Yeah,
what
I watched
he
that video too. He was no, because everybody's waiting for this guy to show up because he's been like the most like solely hyped up dude. Everybody's just waiting for it to pop up because we've already seen Fujitora. Now we're waiting for this guy.
right. Now it would be funny though if he. I feel like we haven't seen anyone. All admirals have been different in terms of personality. Aokiji and Fujitora seem the most closely similar, where in the sense that they're not quick to act or they take time to make considerations of what they do before they do it. But Fujitora is a little different. He seems like uh, he's more into strategy and tactics than Aokiji. Aokiji sort of sees the situation, he can assess it, and if he feels like it, he'll make a move. Whereas Fujitora, no, he's like he'll lay something out. He'll think about all the situations, then he'll act. So in that sense, he's more uh, there's more he uses his discretion more than Aokiji. Aokiji's personality is just a little more laid back. But
Yeah, but I think that goes to their like sense of justice though,
right, that's what I mean.
because
Fujitora is a bit more active than Aokiji is.
isn't Fujitora's like blind justice?
You can't really say that because he showed some favoritism towards Luffy, but in that sense, it was one of those, well, right is right and wrong is wrong, even if it's from a pirate, right? And it helps that Luffy was taken at Doflamingo because Fujitora would have loved to have done that himself, but he would have been directly going against the government that he works for if he did that. And so his hands were tied by his position. So the fact that Luffy did it was good, even though he's also obligated to deal with Luffy as well. So that was an interesting situation to see how it unfolded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Arcade was absolute justice. When
Say
people
that
say
one more time.
Aokiji's, no, say Alcali was like absolute justice. Um, People say like Alcali was like, oh no, I mean Aokiji's like lazy justice. Would you agree with that?
Say it one more time.
I said some people say that Aokiji's lazy justice. Would you agree with that?
Aokichi's lazy justice. Lazy justice. No, he's not lazy justice. He's one. He. I would describe him as the teacher that is one who's aware and cognizant of all situations, but chooses to execute the power that they have for moments that are absolutely critical, that they be altered or stopped for the better. So if he sees a situation where he says, no, this could have potential ramifications that could affect everyone in the new world and the Grand Line, he'll make a move. If he sees that, for instance, with Luffy and the Straw Hats, he understood their role in the grand scheme of things and how Luffy's direct opposition to the government was not something that they wanted to have propagated, and he wanted to go ahead and deal with him, and he only chose not to because of Garp. That was the only saving grace that Luffy had. Otherwise, he would have dealt him away. Um, but we saw with Aokiji and Akainu where he said, I don't necessarily mind being an admiral, or actually, I don't really want to be an admiral because that means I would actually have to constantly make. I mean, the fleet admiral, I would have to constantly be in choosing and making decisions. And while I don't mind doing that, I don't really, unless it's urgent, I don't really want to have to make a decision. Um, or at least once the situation calls for him to make a decision, he makes good decisions. But he'll be damned if Akainu has it because he knows Akainu is going to react to everything, and then it's going to give the Marines an image that is probably not the best image that it should have. In terms of, you already think pirates are a problem, but if the Marines are so aggressive and they're doing more damage in the end than pirates, you got a problem. So I think that's what Akiji is looking at. He's looking at, how do you do things that are effective, meaningful, carry a message, but don't overextend your power to the point where uh, it no longer carries significance. I feel that's the balance he was trying to strike.
There was another form of justice that people said that he was, but I actually forgot what it was. What was I guess whatever more I guess comparable to what Garp does.
I don't even know what you call Garb's form of justice, man.
I don't
That's
know.
just strange justice. That's what you call it, strange justice.
No, it's called the Fist of Love justice.
It's still strange justice.
Wouldn't it be funny if Green Bull is like the complete opposite of what his title is?
Say it again.
I said, wouldn't it be funny if Green Bull's is the complete opposite of what his title is?
That's a very good point.
That'd be funny though. Oh yeah, have you seen Bronco streams lately?
Yeah, yeah. I watched the most recent one.
Some things are starting to get wild though. Cause I don't that guy, what's his name, Dustin. He's getting out of control.
Yeah, everybody's staying on Dustin, man. Everybody's talking about the episode. Everybody's talking about how he had the episode where he was talking about he doesn't classify himself, quote unquote, as black. That joint was funny.
I
Oh, he,
understand what he's trying to say, but it's coming out wrong.
no, uh, in my mind, it's one of those ideological, what we should strive for, and ultimately what we want. You get what I'm saying? And I get that perspective, but even he was able to say, "Well, look, I understand that my skin color does expose me to being treated a particular type of way, but I'm not what he was trying to say, but he wasn't necessarily articulating it clearly. Is that I do not let it hinder my mode of operation and how I get down. I'm gonna do me regardless." But like everybody else is kind of not really feeling that. And he's like, no, accept how that's really messing you with you, and it should hamper you, and it's supposed to get in your way, Doug. So why aren't you letting it get in your way?
I was saying that. Do you know the YouTuber Manga Mean?
No, I don't.
All right, because I was saying like, I feel like Dustin's become like the new Manga Mean, but I like some of the stuff he says I agree with, but other things no. But even like some of the stuff he says, I think that I do agree with. Like I said, I think he just doesn't word it well, so it comes off sounding like, well, stuff sound like that. Plus, he's kind of off the wall, so that doesn't help either.
Okay. So what's the particular thing that he said that was interesting?
All right. For example, you have this whole Big Mom situation.
Yeah.
All right, so that in itself has caused a lot of controversy to the point that do you know the YouTuber Joy Boy?
Joyboy Theories. I've seen his stuff. I don't. I've seen his page. I haven't checked anything out.
He recently, I think like today, he just put out a video, kind of making a rant about the people complaining about this arc.
That probably took somewhere.
So I was like, all right, damn control. Well, the funny thing is though, all right, I will mention this though. He threw some shade to Bleach though. I thought that was hilarious. He was like, "Oh, this is a Bleach." I was just like, "Yo," I was like, "Yo, why's that shade though?" But anyway, so all right, so Dustin, he's complaining about like Luffy not being able to beat Big Mom.
No,
And
what he
that's one of
said,
his,
how he
huh?
described it is, it makes no sense that you have a main character that's out here in this position if he's not ready to deal with that person. So, you know what I mean? He's like, why are we introduced to this point if they're not capable? If they're not capable, they shouldn't be there. And I get that. I'm down with that. I respect that.
Yeah,
But I think in the same breath, it's important for us to be able to see that Luffy has a long way to go.
yeah. But his complaint though is that it's the whole percentage thing because he was saying how the series is like 70% finished,
Yes. And he said
which in
he's
its which I think in itself is debatable.
right.
But the other thing too, he was complaining about is that he doesn't want to see it like even like looking beside that, he doesn't want the series to go on for like forever. He's saying the series was going on for like 20 years already,
Right.
and he said he doesn't want to be following the series while he's in his like 50s.
Right. He doesn't want to die and leaving his kids trying to finish wrapping up the series.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, I think he doesn't understand. This series is gonna take a long time anyway because all this pacing in general is slow. It's 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 always been that way. Two,
Mm.
the arcs themselves I think are taking longer than he himself expected. Because like with Dressrosa, I don't think he expected that arc to go on as long as it did. And so I think that's the second issue, and then the third issue is the health issues. So he has to take off like at least 1 week off a month. So that's going to slow things down even more.
Well,
So
which is helpful though. I think it's very good that he because What you don't want is the Yoshihiro Togashi type situation, even though he's coming back strong. And we have to watch out for the hiatus that may come in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But you don't want to Yoshihiro. I could live with him taking a week off if it means that he can, be able to produce this for the next 10 to 15 years. And he's fairly young too. By the time he finishes the series, he'll just be in his 50s. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this industry kind of ages you though.
Mm.
No, because the thing I would have thought, the thing I probably would have liked for him to do, this is not. I know a lot of people won't like that, but actually, I would like to do like after dress shows is like take a year off,
That would be smart.
because that shit was like 2 years long, 2.5 years long. That was 100 chapter arc, so I think it would have been better if he just took like a year off, just like relax and regroup. Cause especially since I think that latter section of the arc kind of got a little sloppy, which would make sense because you can tell he was getting burnt out by that point.
Mm.
And I
No,
feel
but
like I also kind of feel like that's kind of what's affecting some of the quality of this arc too. And that's why I'm saying he needs to take like a long. I think he should just take a break, like just a full on like vacation or something.
The
Maybe even
problem
like just
the
yeah.
problem is when your series is that successful
I know.
and it carries more or less a magazine. He kind of can't. So his hands are kind of tied behind his back in some sense.
I think what's worse is that the anime is too close to the it's close to the manga too. So if he takes too long, it's gonna catch up.
Yes.
Even with how slow it's moving right now, it's still close. So he can't even like use the anime like Togashi did. So he doesn't even have that luxury right now. So yeah, so I know that problem is there, but I don't know. I just feel like he should take a break because I feel like it seems like he's getting a little burnt out. I think he might need to just maybe just 1 month off. I think that would be like a decent compromise. Just to regroup because sometimes you just need to step back for a second and just regroup. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but there's something else I kind of wanted to Oh yeah, the other thing he was complaining about too is the whole something I've been complaining about, which is what I agree with him with, which is the whole like I guess no way out situation the Straw Hats keep getting into in this arc.
So say it one more time.
I said one other thing that I do agree with Justin that he was talking about was it's this whole like no way out situation that the Straw Hats keep running into in this
Mm,
arc.
yeah, it's getting played out.
No, because I don't like saying this, but I did leave it in the chat that when you keep doing that, you're kind of writing yourself into a corner. See, the whole plot convenience issue that a lot of people, include myself, have been complaining about, it comes from that because when you keep putting your characters in a no way out situation, you're gonna have to get them out of it somehow. And one of those ways is through like plot contrivances and conveniences and stuff like that.
yes,
So I
fair
think
enough.
Oda has to kind of cut down on it. I know he's kind of doing that for drama, but I think there's more than enough drama in this arc at this point.
No, but I can't remember who said it, but it was a valuable point where that that helps to further prove that Luffy has the will of D and what that means. You see what I'm saying? So these moments are helpful if we look at it through that lens, what they do for him.
Yeah, but it's still over excessive though, because it's like it's back to back.
True, because he sort of just got out of a dicey situation in Dressrosa, and
No, I
now
mean just in the arc. It's just in this arc itself. It's like back to back, no way out situations. Like or
the
one straw
incidents in
has
the
to.
woods, he should have never been
Yes.
able to get out. Um,
Then you have they have Luffy and Nami getting captured, Brook getting captured. The whole
hey, you
that
need some,
then the Vin Smokes having to be saved. It's just
yeah,
like bam, 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 bam. It's enough is enough at this point.
right.
Either,
But the idea is so far, things have been going their way so much, even though
yeah,
they've had difficulties. But
yeah,
the
but now
idea
they
is,
but they're in another one now because Karakuri's on their ship.
no,
And it's
that's what
just
I'm saying. It's not going to end well. I already told you that they're gonna lose something. You can't
Are you
have all that good fortune and not lose something at this point.
okay? But what if that doesn't happen though? Then what?
Nah, I see what you're saying there, but that would just be so weird if you think about it.
Okay, with
We've
that,
heard
okay, let me
here.
actually.
Hold on. Here's why I say this is difficult because from the moment we've seen Big Mom, sacrifice was already talked about. It was like one of the first things that we saw where her son lost 40 years. Off top, sacrifice was something that's been harped upon on Whole Cake Island. You lose something on Whole Cake Island if you go on Whole Cake Island. So if that runs through the entire island, it functions on that sacrifice. Anyone who goes there has to give up something. What exactly are the Strides going to have to give up?
Hmm. But that's what I'm saying though. But what if that doesn't happen though? What if they all do get out just unscathed? I mean, would you
Oh,
consider that bad writing though,
I
or
don't know. I don't know if they've gotten out of there unscathed. I don't know.
no?
Think
No, I'm
about
saying,
it.
what if it did happen though? I mean, would you consider that bad writing?
No, what I'm saying is based on the writing that we have. I don't think anyone has come out of there. They're not the same. They're not the same. Like they've changed up. They have sacrificed something. Um, you could say that Sanji had to sacrifice, almost had to sacrifice his family, almost was about to sacrifice his friends in the sense of the connection that he's had. He was willing to give something up again because Whole Cake does that to people. Jinbei basically had to give up his crew, so he's made sacrifices already, right?
But but I mean like a detrimental sacrifice though.
It, is that not a detrimental sacrifice?
You
Your comrades in arms that you've spent years with, you won't be able to take with you anywhere. That is a very serious sacrifice.
okay? Let me ask you something else then, because this is something
Yes,
that that a lot of people are pissed off about. For me
sure.
personally, I have mixed opinions about it, but all right. So one of the ways people are saying that they might, if they do get out of this unscathed, they're saying one way that that could happen without it being like, I guess, total bullcrap. Although this is pissing people off, is if Sanji bakes a new cake or helps bake a new cake.
It seems like that's what Pudding and Chiffon are going to be responsible for.
Okay, but if Sanji just help do that, do you think that's gonna be a bad thing? For me
How
personally,
is
I'm in the middle. I actually really don't know how I feel about it, honestly.
if
I
his
don't think
number one responsibility is to be a chef and to showcase, and his number one peak talent is supposed to be he's supposed to be like a culinary master. This might be something that he's adding into his repertoire that he
yeah.
can bring to the crew. So how is that a detriment? I understand it's a shonen, and we usually associate shonen with action, but considering the character, this is appropriate.
I think the problem people are having with it is more so that he would be helping Big Mom. I guess that goes back into the whole issue that about the whole like Big Mom becoming allies to the Straw Hats.
No, it's not really. First and foremost, he's helping his crew because if Big Mom is calm, she's not going to be sniping at them the way she was sniping at them indiscriminately,
But I
right?
guess that yeah.
Her reason will return. That's what they're trying to restore, her reason right now.
But I think the next question that needs to be asked though is that okay, let's say they do that and they do get on good terms with Big Mom and she even becomes an ally for them.
Why would
Okay,
that?
let me ask this though: would Big Mom becoming an ally to the Straw Hats be a bad thing?
Well, here's
I
the
think
thing.
that's the ultimate question that needs to be asked.
Here's the thing. That's weird because then that would be the second person in the new world. Or not really. It'd be the second person who's a prominent status that's been a female that Luffy's crew has won over. And that's going to be kind of interesting. What type of message is that? Are you trying to say that, oh, if females they're highly capable of being swung over based upon doing a couple things here or there? So I'm very cautious about that example and what that would mean because
I mean, isn't that
he's not winning over Doflamingos, he's not winning over crocodiles, he's not winning over uh, um, Mihawks to the degree they kind of have Mihawk there because of Zoro, but he
Yeah, but well, you could say he kind of did, but even then, that happened over time.
Right.
Like with Crocodile, that happened like during the
Crocodile, that
whole.
was just a convenient alliance for a particular situation.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but even if they were to become permanent allies, it wasn't something that just happened like quick as it did, like with Bo and Hancock.
Right.
Like that took arcs, years that for like well, I guess years in our time, but like arcs for something like that to even to even conspire. So
Right.
I'm very so I agree with you on that. I guess on that issue with that message. But the interesting part about it is you can argue it's kind of already somewhat act going in that direction because you had Pudding.
Well, no. So maybe perhaps I could ask this question: would Big Mom's position with the Straw Hats change in relation to how Pudding's relationship with the Straw Hats has changed? Because it seems that Pudding is of great value to Big Mom, and if Pudding values the Straw Hats, would that mean Big Mom must value the Straw Hats as well?
I see. That's the thing. I don't know. See, it's the thing. I all right. Throughout this entire arc, and maybe even before that, I've been juggling in my head about the possibility of Big Mom becoming the ally for the Straw Hats because this has been something that's been discussed for a while, especially when it was revealed that Lola was indeed the daughter of Big Mom. Because that was one of the big things that people were discussing about that. So and I've been kind of juggling in my mind if that was to happen, would it be a bad thing? I'm personally not a fan of the idea, but is it? But I'm just thinking, is it a terrible idea though? Is it like one of the worst things that could happen? And especially considering the crap that's happened in this arc, like would that even be like the worst possible situation at this point? And also you have to consider the fact they're also going after Kyle too, so I guess there's that to consider.
See, in my head, I would have thought Shanks was going to be the person that Luffy would have won over, considering he's had the longest relationship. That would have made more sense for him to be his ally,
I mean,
right?
you could kind
But
of
to
say
a
he
degree, the
is,
problem is that Luffy would want to surpass Shanks, so you couldn't really ally with someone that you're looking to surpass.
but the thing too is that Luffy hasn't physically seen Shanks in years.
Well, I'd put it to you like,
He was you can't really count Marineford because he was knocked out though.
nah, but I'd put it to you like Hunter x Hunter with Gong and Kite. Like he hasn't seen him in years, yet he still saw him as a friend, an ally. So I feel it's the same situation here.
Yeah, but the difference is that Gon actually got to see Kite again though.
Sure, but I'm pretty confident that if
That's the
Shanks
other,
and Luffy met, there would be no oh, snap. Let's go bust the fight out. Oh no, depending on the situation, though, that might be different. If
that's
Shanks
the other
and
thing too. Do you think Luffy's gonna see Shanks
yeah, it makes
again?
sense. Probably
No, because the big theory going around is that Blackbeard's gonna kill him.
kill
And let's say,
Shanks.
yeah, okay, let's
Shanks
say if that.
appears to be the second. Shanks is the youngest. He appears he might be the most powerful.
No, I'm talking about like on some dirty shit. You know, 'cause
Oh yeah, like how real quick, can we just touch on this because this is in the same vein as the Shanks discussion with Blackbeard because it involves what Blackbeard did at Baltigo. Would that have happened if Burgess was not there? Because I feel like if they had been prepared, if they knew someone was coming, they would have handled that. But it was just no one even knew where their base was, so they were definitely off guard.
hmm, maybe, but I think Dragon still handled it pretty well because it seemed like he more likely got all his top people out there. Granted, we don't know how that thing fully went out, but I doubt like he
Exactly.
lost any of his top. I don't think I think he barely lost any of his top dudes though. But
Exactly.
I find it interesting though that they even had like a there was even a confrontation between Blackbeard and the revolutionaries to begin with. Because they seemed like those were like two things that weren't really gonna like conflict with each other.
Right.
So I thought that in itself was interesting, especially since that is Luffy's father's organization.
Yes.
No, but but the thing is, for people saying like Shanks is Blackbeard's gonna kill Shanks, story purposes. if that was to happen, and do you think Luffy would be able to see him before that happens?
I think he will. I think that would also be disappointing to introduce a character Luffy wanting to come out and meet him, right? This is part of
Yeah.
why he became a pirate. So if he doesn't see him again, that doesn't make
Or
sense. Because that was something
do
that was
you,
promised, and Oda's good at fulfilling promises.
do you think that'd be too dark though?
No, Oda uses deaths as very significant moments. So,
No,
um,
no, I mean Luffy sees Shake like after he's like already died or as he's dying. Like, do you think that'd be too dark of a thing to kind of
I don't
handle?
know. The pattern that we've seen is anyone that's of significance to Luffy, Luffy at least gets to see before something bad happens to them.
Like Ace
Yeah,
and Whitebeard.
right.
I would hope that Luffy gets to see him before he dies because that I think that could be a bit too dark for I guess
Well,
One Piece to
here's the
kind of
thing.
do though.
Here's the thing, and this will probably be the last thing that I can touch on. Um,
I did want to quickly kind of touch on Hunter x Hunter because there's something I kind of want to address before we end it. So I guess we could finish the One Piece thing quickly.
yeah. So the idea is, I don't think Luffy can become Pirate King unless he assumes one of the titles of Yonko, and they're all occupied. So who is he going to supplant? The idea that you present makes sense because I don't see Big Mom going anywhere. Blackbeard just got rid of Whitebeard, and Kaido, we know for sure ain't really going nowhere anytime soon. So Shanks probably is the one that has to go because he represents the old guard. So I think those are the two that are most vulnerable. No, I think Big Mom and Kaido are the most vulnerable because they seem like they've been there for the longest, particularly Big Mom. And if we're gonna have a changing of the guard, it would make sense for those three. Somebody's gonna have to replace them. If we've got changes in the um the admirals, I feel like the changes in the admirals might also mirror the changes with the Yonko. So if we got two new admirals, I would expect we could get two new Yonko as well.
Mugiwara Matt B was talking about how his whole theory is that like they're gonna go to Wano, they're gonna face the Shogun, and then later on there's gonna be a big war between the Straw Hats, the Supernovas, and I guess their allies and Big Mom and Kaido's crews, and that they're like, both Big Mom and Kaido are gonna go down at the same time.
I feel like that's something that you would save for a giant war right before you obtain the One Piece.
Well, I guess that depends on whether or not there's gonna be more than one war. See,
Nah, I
here's
don't.
the thing.
Nah, that makes like there's not enough time. I don't think Oda wants to have to go. I think Oda would not want to have to deal with another huge war and then that just be like a lead up. I think if he's gonna have another war, like we saw how significant this last war was. If we're gonna have a war, it's gonna be a significant war, and that's gonna be the final war.
Yeah, I am curious at how he's Oda's gonna handle the Yonkos going down though,
Yeah,
because the way they can go down at this point, it can kind of go either way. So I'm very curious at how he's gonna handle that.
right.
Um, I would like to see all the supernovas be involved though, in some way,
Right.
shape, or form. But all right, with the Hunter x Hunter thing?
Yes.
So okay, so all right, that's something we have to address with this. All right, so okay, ever since Hunter x Hunter came back, a lot of people have been interesting enough negative about it. Even King Lightning to a certain degree.
That's been
Anyways,
great.
huh?
It's been great.
Yeah, but well, not according to everybody. First, I think it's fine, but
Yeah.
here's the thing: a lot of people don't like what's happening right now with the
Why? What is
princes and
it?
stuff. Because a lot of people, for apparently a lot of people find the stuff with the princes to be boring and uninteresting.
You need to find something better to do.
Okay, here's my
It's a
whole
bit-
stance on the princess stuff. I I
yeah.
I think the princess stuff is interesting, but at the same time, I can understand maybe why some people aren't as interested in it. I think there is one other issue that people have been complaining that I actually do agree with, and that is that this arc has, I guess, too many characters in it.
It feels like that because or it's sort of trying to pick back up on it from where we were pre-hiatus. Because if you forget, Greed Island introduced us like a whole Brady bunch of people, and we were fine with that.
Yeah, but I think it also goes to the fact that I think it's also because a lot of these characters I think that's getting introduced in this arc are just people just don't care about.
Because they know they're going to die.
Yeah.
So that's
It's actually I think it's actually hilarious when I'm looking at the manga tree comments and people are actually like begging for Togashi to kill characters off. Usually you don't get comments like that in like series. Like they usually be like, no, don't kill my character off. No, people like kill this character off. There's too many of them. Start offing them already.
that's
I
funny
think that
as hell.
yes, it is. I do think I will say things are a little slow, but I think they're interesting for the most part.
Yes,
But all right,
I
okay,
think
let's
it's
look at the
good, man.
Crow.
I
Okay, look
personally
at the
think it's
okay
good.
let's look at the Crollo thing.
Yeah.
It took me like over a week to actually read that chapter, but what I found hilarious was because when people were hyping that crap up, I thought Crollo was like the main focus of the chapter. I finally read the chapter, and the dude's only on one panel. I'm just like, what the fudge? He's on one page,
No, but it
and
makes
that's the
sense.
no, but I'm just like, that's the thing that everyone hyped up the chapter about. It's like, yo, Crollo's back.
Yeah.
But but you see what I mean though? It's like people are more interested in people like him than
The
what's
other
going on with I guess
characters.
the princesses. Like yeah, stuff with the
Well, I
princesses.
mean, we have more of a history with them than most. So of course, anytime we see them, we're gonna be attached because every time we've seen them, usually something interesting has happened.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. When a character has history, things are different for him.
Yeah, and like you said too, we know most of these characters are gonna die, so there's no real attachment or any reason to be attached to these characters.
Exactly.
Like for example, I think one of the main things how people that are invest in have investment in the prince thing is the was it the fourth prince? I think he's the one with the eyes because he's the I think he's the one that has the curved eyes because he's the one that's furthering Kurapika's like character arc.
Yes, to the reach.
Yeah, see that's the one people actually care about the most because he's the one that's actually gonna further that arc, and
Right.
then
Him and Benjamin are gonna be the most important.
yeah. So that's why people care about them because they're the ones that's actually gonna further like his character arc and whatever. But then you have people asking about, well, what's L'Oreal doing right now? Where's Golden Kahlua? Why aren't when they gonna come back? Yes, people are still asking for Golden Kahlua. Well, that to be like I understand like we're probably not gonna be
You
seeing
had,
them for a while.
I mean, you had 2 arcs dedicated to these guys. What do you want? Three, 3 arcs dedicated. So what more do you want?
I think it's funny though because people are begging for like Karabika and L'Oreal to come back, and now we're
Right.
getting more
Exactly.
focus. Okay, now we're getting more focus on Karabika. Now they're saying the stuff with him is boring. I'm just like, what? And the funny thing is, up until this point, Karabika's probably the one that got like the least amount of probably screen time of the main cast. Because the last time he did anything significant was the York New Arc.
And that was pretty good.
Yeah, but
Every
how
time.
long would that go? Because what that was like what 3 arcs ago?
Yeah, probably.
That was a while ago. Because he didn't really do anything in the election arc. I mean, L'Oreal did. So
Right.
L'Oreal even has like one more arc over Karabika at this point. So I'm just like,
This is why we're getting Kurapika in such a heavy dose.
yeah. So I'm just like, just enjoy just enjoy the ride while it lasts. And besides, like the stuff with like Crollo and the fan trope and Uzoka, that's going to go somewhere. Like here, I think people are gonna change in tune when Crollo actually makes his move because you know when he's gonna make his move, crap's gonna hit the fan.
Right, but I feel like he might be in a sunken place.
People are saying that he's probably gonna do another Requiem. I think that'd be interesting if he
Yeah,
does.
and the reason why is because Hisoka got him back.
Yeah, and he's
He
obviously
got him
pissed
back
off about
heavy.
it.
So what I'm thinking is more of his crew got killed off panel since we last saw him. So he might be the only spider left, is what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
The way he looked, it almost felt like he lost everyone.
I, I don't think all of them are dead. I think he just found out about Shalnark and what's his face. I know it'd be kind of weird reaction, but you gotta look at it like this. Okay, this is just the way I looked at it. All right, so we know that there this is another thing I would love to one of the mysteries that I would love to see get revealed more with the fan trope, which is who we know most of the original members, but there's four members that we don't know of. Now, okay, the original members that we do know of is Krollo, Evogan, Fenton,
Tank
Nobunaga,
Tank.
um, what's the other guy? Finks, Machi, the chick with the gun, and Shalnark, and Franklin. I think he was one of them, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right, so you have those guys now. Some of them are dead now, but more importantly, back in New York, I'm glad this is airing on Toonami because I got to rewatch this.
Yes.
They just entered Greed Island now. So back in that arc, he said that there was three guys that they needed to really protect because they were the most vulnerable and they were the most valuable. Shalnark, the gun chick, and the vacuum cleaner chick. I can't remember her name.
Right, because she allows you to steal stuff.
Yeah. Two of them are dead now.
Yep.
And on top of that, one of them died because indirectly because of Krollo. Because he took his powers and he didn't give them back. And he died without his powers. And another member died too because of that. So it could be that he feels these deaths are more personal because he probably feels like he fails, especially if he failed Shallow to protect him. Once again, failing to protect one of his members, and more important, and two, both of him and Kuratobi died because of indirectly because of him because he had his powers. Therefore, they were left defenseless.
Right.
So I think that's why so I can see him. Maybe that's why he looks like that because he's taking this more personally because you know because they died because I guess in some way because of him, and now
Yes.
he's saying that he's going to sever. Who you think do you think he's referring to Hisoka or is he going to be? He's referring to someone else?
No, I think he's referring to his connections that have been destroyed by Ahsoka. That's what I thought.
But yeah, I think he's gonna really f crap up. Do you think his whatever he's about to do is gonna interfere with the Prince stuff?
Maybe.
I would
The-
hope so because that would actually really shake stuff up with that. Because wouldn't it be funny if Crow like they get one of the princes get caught in the crossfire, one of them die because of it, and then all the other princes like they start getting like crazy about it because they'd be like, oh you killed that guy, no, you killed them, and then the whole thing is just buck wild because of Crow being like a third party.
Yeah, that'd be interesting in that sense for sure.
Yeah, but that's why I love Crow. That's why I love that Crow is on the ship because him and the fan trope at this point are just like they're like that wild card now.
I
In this,
thought the wild card were the princes themselves because we really don't know much about them in terms of what they can and can't do.
but I feel like they're gonna the fan trope is gonna be a wild card in regards to what the princes are gonna be doing. But guess they could be a wild card too. I don't know. See, that this goes back to the whole there's a lot of characters in this arc and there's a lot of parties that are just doing their own thing right now.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, yo, I gotta sign out.
All right, before you go, there's one thing I gotta ask you though. All right, if the other fan troll members are on the ship, do you think two or more of them are gonna die on the ship? And more
I don't
importantly, do you think the
think
vacuum
anyone
league?
else.
Did you
I
think
don't
the
think
vacuum?
anyone else are on the ship at all. I think it's just Corolla.
No,
Period.
because I was thinking if more of them are on the ship and the vacuum cleaner chick is on the ship, I think she's gonna die next.
I, I honestly don't think anyone else is there but him.
Oh yeah, actually, one more question. Do you think that because people have been asking this, do you think Kurapika and Crow are gonna cross paths? And if so, do you think they're gonna fight each other or ally with each other?
No, that's a very interesting question. Depends on what their goals are. Quite frankly,
Yeah,
depends on what their
so I think what's happening right now is It's interesting. Like people have to understand what's happening right now with this arc, with this whole section of what's going on right now. It's set up. It's just set up. Like there's nothing too crazy going on right now because it's just set up. Like when stuff starts getting crazy, that's when you. It's kind of like what happened like with One Piece. Like you have a lot of setup stuff. You have to wait until it starts getting like you have to wait for the payoff basically.
Right. I hear you. All right, dogs. I'll talk to you.
All right,
Thank
so I
you for
guess next time
having me
we'll
on, as
yeah.
always.
All right, so next time we'll talk about the Dragon Ball Super episodes because we didn't really get to talk about them.
Yeah, let me see. Next week? Yeah, I think I'll be able to make it next week. As long as something funny comes up.
Oh yeah. Concerning that, do you want to watch the do you actually want to watch the Super episode next week before we do the stream so we can
I'm probably
talk
gonna
about it?
watch. I'm probably gonna watch it first thing tomorrow.
No,
And
I'm talking about next week's episode.
no, because sometimes I can't find it, and how things work. Might not always work out. So
All right, I'll do this though. If I find it,
you'll send it to me.
like, yeah,
Fair enough. All right.
and then we could if we can, we can watch it. We could both watch it, and then we can talk about it and the other episodes next week.
Sounds good to me.
Anything else you want to talk about next week aside from like that and the chapters?
No, if anything comes to mind, I'll make sure I'll text him or message you. We'll figure it out.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh yeah,
thank
no.
you.
Yeah. Also, I'll give you more information if I find anything else about the whole like Kid Creole Suge Knight Prodigy thing.
Yeah, because that was very interesting. That was downright freakish.
Yeah, and it's crazy like all that information came out all at once.
Yes.
Yeah, so for all those watching, we'll keep you posted on that too. Cause that's a weird stories in the hip
Yes.
hop world right now. Oh yeah, we have to talk about the Yanni freestyle thing too at some point because that was a mess. But yeah. Anyway, thank everyone. Thank you guys for watching. And oh yeah, Nexus. I'll try to get you on the stream next time if you're available. Sorry, we had technical issues. So, Nexus is the guy I did live streams with before. He's kind of a wild dude, but I think you'll like him.
I don't have any problems on the stream. I'm just happy that I'm allowed to be part of it. Period.
Yeah, I think you'll like him. Uh, the funny thing, he used to be a big fan of Fairy Tail too, and he kind of had like with you and Brady, how he kind of just fell off of it. It just had like an indifference to it after a while.
Mm.
He used to do live streams himself, but he's in high school, so he had like a lot of busy stuff with that.
Right.
I'll send you a link to his channel,
Absolutely.
and you can check it out.
Yes,
You,
indeed.
yeah. As I told you, Miguel, so he does his streams too. He said he's officially back, but we'll see. Anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. And have a good night. And oh yeah,
Good
check out
morning now.
oh yeah, and check out the solar eclipse.
My eyesight says no.
No, when I say check out the solar, because I'm talking about streaming on YouTube or something.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that next time too. Just if you can remind me.
Sure thing.
That's what the next stream is going to be called. The solar eclipse something.
All
right.
right.
So
Thank you again, Anthony.
yeah, have a good night, everyone.
Peace.